What is up? We are back with a little bit of a Tradeful Backtest. We're going to be doing this for quite a while. This will be a longer video, but full of sauce. I'm expecting this is the market and how it's looking right now. We have a lot of low resistance resting below us. Look on this 1 hour. It just keeps going. I'm assuming market's going to want to rip down with it being right here towards all these lows. And did this leave a relative equal low, or is that a liquidity sweep? That's a liquidity sweep. But that's what I'm assuming is we are going to rip lower. Maybe come into this 4 hour, balance the range of equilibrium, and then I'm assuming it's going to sell off big time towards these lows, which would be honestly quite intriguing. I mean, I'm even going to make some more. I mean, even just session lows, AM session, all those. There's just so much for price to go and reach out for here. Now, I don't think it wants to come all the way back down to here, but and if that's the case, if we go all the way to 24,000, which we haven't been to since December, we've been rallying higher and higher because we were inside of I believe this was a time period. It was around this range, and then we were in a range through here, and then coming in December, which was tradable, but kind of just seeking destroy. And now, if we can get a big sell-off and then move higher, that would be quite nice. Actually, I would love that. We're going to move this 4 hour out a little more, but we are going to do some Tradeful Backtest today. So we're going to go to slides. Get my caffeine going. Oh, that's fresh. How we've been trading, by the way, coming into the back testing has been more more mechanical. I'm going to add this in today. PDI model. Accumulation, manipulation like SB to a higher time frame key level, inverse for value gap on the highest time frame inversion, target accumulation highs, and it'd be the same for looking for shorts, right? Accumulation zone highs, manipulation into, let's say, like a fair value gap on the 15-minute or 30-minute, a sweep of session lows, data lows, 1 hour, 4 hour sell side liquidity. High time frame for value gap, target accumulation zone highs. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Accumulation is low volatility price movement. I've already made videos on all these, but it's just basically what we're looking for. So we're going to go right into Tradeful, actually. Can you see my camera if I turn this on? Nope. Alright, we can leave that so. So this is how we left Tradeful ending the month of April. The month prior, we did pretty good. 8 trades, 5 wins, 2 losses. 4 wins, 2 losses, but it counted these other losses. We have... So yeah, hoping to come into this month actually and dominate, but we'll see. We have all the time of the day to get some work put into this now. So we left off coming into May. We're going to go to the 4 hour. Move this up to here. As right now, what do we see? We are dumping off sell side. We left a 4 hour gap behind. We came into a 4 hour bearish for value gap. Completely filled that. Ripped lower. We swept out sell side that we had resting here, relative equal lows. Well, you could say that's probably relative equal lows in the 1 hour. Yeah. We sweep that out. We come ripping down lower. Now we have a 2 hour. We have a 4 hour for value gap here that already got filled. We have a 2 hour resting below us. Right there. We have on the 4 hour, like I said, nothing but a 4 hour high up here. On the 2 hour, we just are ripping lower. I don't know if we'll want to come for these draws here, or maybe we'll want to rebalance. I'm assuming probably rebalance into that 1 hour, but that's just an assumption. Nothing on the 2 hour except sell side here in that 2 hour for value gap right now. And then just sell side liquidity resting here on the 2 hour. Then if we go to the 1 hour. Anything to the left of us. No 1 hour for value gaps in between any of this. And no, I don't know. So yeah, we're just going to come into the day. I'm going to look on the 30 minute as well. It's a 30 minute gap here. I'm assuming if we want to continue lower, we'll rebalance this range. I need to switch this. Oh, I fucked that up. We can add some back now. I figured it out. I don't know if I just made this worse or not. I'm trying to remember what I'm missing. Actually, fuck. Let's just do this. Where is it? That's GAN box. Let's just get the settings popped up for the GAN box. Let me go back over to here. Let me do. There we go. Let me go to here. Let me pause this. Alright. I think we gotta basically 1, 2, 3. 1. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, we're all good. Visibility. Beautiful. And we can save this. Yeah, box. So I'm wanting to see this come into equilibrium of the range. On like this 30 minute. That at least coming into this. And we'll see what it wants to do from there. Market opens. Wow. Immediately ripped down to that 2 hour. We're really overextended right now. I'm assuming price, it could just want to continue to fall off, but to what? Maybe 30 minute imbalances. I mean, this line is where price is. Potentially this 30 minute. And an ad play. I keep having ads play in the background. Coming to potentially this 30 minute. We have sell side resting right here as well. Maybe I want to draw this out. I mean, it is unfilled. Oh, I already tapped it. So you tapped the 30 minute, we still have sell side liquidity. I mean, assuming we'll want to rebalance, but oh fuck. Yeah, that was the right thing to get rid of. And we just swapped that sell side liquidity. Assuming we'll get a pullback back higher. On the 15 minute, let's look on the 15 minute. I mean, it does look like we're extremely bearish as well, especially since we've already tapped this 1 hour. Let me just make sure equilibrium never did get made inside of that. I mean, it did already get filled. So we're gonna go to 5 minute. We're gonna wait a bit. We did just get some great manipulation, but there is no accumulation high, right? There's no generation, so this wouldn't be PI. There's no generating of buy side liquidity here. Low resistance. We see some here and then boom, manipulates, move lower. Assuming actually that could have been like a Judas in. Market open, we're going to rip a little bit lower. Probably wait until this candle can close. Maybe that was a move there, but that's right off there. It's actually, we're ripping so much lower now. For this sell side liquidity, maybe we want to go to here, or maybe we're looking for a reaction off of this. It looks like this 30-minute and 2 hour going to get disrespected for the time being. We don't have any crazy 30-minute for value gaps. We're sitting between this range, 15-minute. You could say that's one, maybe. Gonna make this a little bit bigger now. Really stretch it out. Did we already close? We did. Fuck. Did that all for nothing. Alright, we're gonna go to the 1 hour. Let me see. We're about to probably sweep out this sell side liquidity. We're gonna wait until 9 a.m. then most likely. We are coming into the macro on this candle. 9:45, about to be 9:50. Sweep out both. Sweep out both. Now, you could look for mech lawns here. Maybe the target unfilled, the imbalanced price range. So like this unfilled 5 minute, this unfilled 5 minute. Or you could be looking for, I mean, no PDI wouldn't be here, but I'm thinking a mech or it'd be continuation. Maybe there's low resistance on the small time frame too. We'll add in as well. But let's look here. 9:55. We'll let this candle close. So that 1 hour and 2 hour, I mean that 30-minute and 2 hour both got inverse. We're back much lower. I don't know if there's a 30-minute resting over here, but we've ripped much lower on the time. We're down to 13,000. No 30-minute gaps I'm looking at right now. Is that a 1 hour down there? And is it unfilled? It is completely unfilled. This might be where we want to bounce off of. If we can reach this point. I mean, the market's already had such a huge sell-off. So like I said, maybe we look for continuation down of this 1 hour. This is my drawn liquidity. I don't think price is going to want to come all the way back up to this 1 hour. So maybe we just want to rebalance this range. That's a possibility. I mean, 100% a possibility. So we're going to wait. We're actually going to go to the lower time frames. I'm going to see if we're generating any buy side. A lot of low resistance on this 1 minute. I don't like taking that inversion if it gives it. I want to see it tap into this fair value gap. Beautiful. Now we can look for inversions. Is it going to give anything? I want to see clean displacement on this fair value gap. I could take that. All we need is a 1-to-1. Now, we did sell off. We did tap into this 1 hour down here, which it could be rejecting. We just swept so much sell side. I think we could go and want to target, let's say, 30-minute equilibrium. For just like an idea of a draw on liquidity, which would be like our target right here. We'll keep on there. In the 15-minute, we've been selling off. We do have a 15-minute gap here now, but we could be just filling this and want to continue to dump lower. So maybe we're looking for shorts off of this. All I'm looking for is the 1-to-1. So that's all I'm going to target. And on that 1-to-1, we'd be filling up this 5-minute, 15-minute fair value gap. I'm going to look, and then look on the 1 minute too. Yeah, we're creating low resistance right here, 100%. We also have all this low resistance up here, and we are making high resistance somewhat. So we're gonna enter and we'll see how it goes. Market order. If it doesn't go, I'm gonna just pound alcohol. All right, let's see how this puppy wants to play. Fucking demolished. Absolutely demolished. Holy shit. Interesting. I mean, tapped into that 5-minute, respected it, and then maybe moved lower. Look for the highest time frame inversion. Actually, yeah, that would have probably been the move. It was the continuation. Let's just mark that up. So after we swept off this sell side, we come back up into this 5-minute gap. Basically hit CE of it. We kind of miss it. So we miss consequent engrossment. But after we do tap that 5-minute, you look for the highest time frame inversion. I'm going to say this is a fair value gap. If it is, it's a very small one. I don't know if you do get in on anything. If you do, it's like a tiny fair value gap. If you do get in on this, so you do get in on this for short. Just target down to here. Damn, yeah. Should have played the trend on that one. That would have been a continuation. We can jump to the next day. Yeah, we continue lower after tapping that 5-minute. Then we bounce back, and now we've ranged a lot higher, a lot higher. This. Almost broke some there. We've already tapped into this 1 hour. Rejected off of it. So we're going to keep that there. With this 4 hour coming into, which is quite intriguing. We're either going to want to just go higher off of this or fail this and want to continue to go lower. So we have that 4 hour right here. We've hit consequent encroachment of it. I got people yelling in the house today. Fudge, man. I'm trying to focus. Sell side liquidity. We have 2 hour sell side liquidity right here. Sell side liquidity here and an imbalance, which is actually tapped into here. I don't know if we want to go lower after this. Maybe we want to go lower, and then I think long term inverse this 4 hour gap to go for these highs up here, which just seems like it might be that target, or this 1 hour. You know, the 2 hour here, we also had a 2 hour imbalance. We have that 2 hour imbalance inside of there. You go to the 1 hour. Nothing on the 1 hour of extreme performance. Oh, actually, we have a 1 hour imbalance here, which hasn't been tapped. Which that 2 hour ended up giving us that move higher, so we're going to keep both on here just to keep in mind. Yeah, we're going to go right into market open. We're going to go to 30-minute too, actually. We'll let this play up a little. I want to see it come lower, manipulate into that 1 hour. Do we have news on this day? PMI. Maybe that's what market's waiting for. Tap into the 2 hour, push it deep into that 1 hour. By the time that 1 hour candle closed, it closed, and now we're moving inside of it. So that's interesting. We have 30-minute gap here, and a 30-minute gap here. We'll just mark these up because these are okay. So one thing I'm noticing is we have all this low resistance, which we have now swept out here, but we do continue to have low resistance resting here, which we're right here. I have feeling we want to go all the way for these, and at least these 30 minutes, and then maybe make a move higher, especially because on the 5-minute, we have low resistance here. On the 5-minute, we have no low resistance resting here. On the 4-minute, no low resistance. On the 3-minute, no low resistance. On the 1-minute, we have low resistance, but look at that low resistance compared to all of this. And we're already shooting lower. We haven't inversed any 1 hour or the 2 hour gap yet, or the 30-minute gap yet. So we're going to see how we react off of this. I think it's when I go to push down for these and maybe take out session draws and liquidity. What I say. Now, it'd be 10 o'clock. So now, we'll see how we want to react. I mean, I don't know if we want to go up higher. We just manipulated all this low resistance, which I said. Maybe we want to go lower. There is no 5-minute gap that has opened up yet. The 5-minute opens up. I feel like I want to see it fill deeper into this 5-minute because that's not even hitting CE of this. No, not even hitting CE of the 5-minute. We're not even near equilibrium. There we go. Hit CE of that 5-minute. Did that 15-minute open up then? Not yet. We don't have any 15-minute up here. We have a 5-minute up here that we could want to target, right? If we're looking for lawns here. Because now we were going to try to use low resistance to our advantage again and high resistance. Well, this just swept out this low. So that created some high resistance here. We did leave this low behind. So it's kind of relative equal lows, not really. We have this 5-minute up here that we might want to be targeting. 15-minute, we both have kind of manipulation here, so maybe I'm expecting a little bit of chop. We go down 4-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute, 1-minute. Now we could be going for all this low resistance liquidity resting up here, or we could be going for these relative equal lows. So we're going to wait to see what market wants to do. No entry. Absolutely no entry. But what are we going for? Probably this low down here. Oh, we just do a little resweep. That's really interesting. Maybe that was a lawn right here. To at least like come back up to here. Because that's a resweep now. I mean, if you want to take this. Target all the low resistance liquidity. We were generating high resistance, but we did just get that. And we got a clean 1-minute inversion. We were coming out of it. We just got a resweep. I mean, I'll order. We'll just see how this wants to play out. 1%. Should we go break even here now? We're inside this 5 minute. It's pushing strong inside of that 5 minute. I'm going to let it because I'm trusting in this. We do have this at a 1-to-1. Right? All we need is that 1-to-1. We're going to put the TB. Bang. Nice. That is nice. That is a good use of. And that would have hit full for that 5 minute. The reason I was looking for that is because I was talking earlier, like I said, we might want to fill deeper and come up for this 5 minute, right? Or maybe we want to go for this relative equal low. Well, we don't go for the relative equal low, right? But we do just get a resweep. Stop loss is high resistance. And what do we have now on the 5 minute? Really no low resistance resting lower as much because we just swept all this out. Make high resistance here, and then on the 5 minute, really no low resistance here. But I mean, we do have so much low resistance on the 1 minute. A little more of a discretional trade, but I mean, beauty nonetheless, which we will always take that runs. And let's see if it runs for the rest of these low resistance draws here. We'll actually just mark this up all the way up for these low resistance draws for 1 to 2. Go to the 5 minute. We can jump to the next day. No, it doesn't actually. It runs for basically 1 to 2, 1 to 1.89, and we continue to dump off lower and lower and lower, and now we're coming into that Thursday, which what would the news be on this day? Nothing crazy. We can go into this 4 hour now. So what do you see? We actually came into that 4 hour. Now we're wanting to push lower. This is the 4 hour that we already respected, right? And now we just swept out all these low resistance draws and liquidity. So that's something to pay attention to as well. But after we filled in this fair value gap, respected this 4 hour bullish fair value gap, we came into this 4 hour bearish, hits consequent encroachment. Holy cow. We respected it. We left 4 hour buy side liquidity resting up inside of here. On the 2 hour, we have 2 hour buy side liquidity also resting up here. So that's nice to see as well. Get rid of this 2 hour gets inverse, all these get inverse, all these got absolutely touched. We had this 2 hour right here, which is now we're playing inside of. Nothing too serious about this. We respected this 2 hour here to push us lower. I'm assuming we might want to push a little bit lower in here. Maybe just to sweep out these sell side, which we will get marked up as well. We'll go to the 1 hour. Yeah, that would be 1 hour sell side. That's all I'm really noticing. Yeah. We have this 4 hour that we've already come and filled, so maybe we want to go for these draws. Over here, this 2 hour for value gap and the 1 hour for value gap also sitting right inside here as well. Maybe that's where we're wanting to go. Because this 4 hour's already been tapped into, which we're going to get rid of. And mainly just focus on this range of price on the 30 minute. What do we have? 30 minute for value gap here. We'll let market open a little bit. We come into that 30 minute gap. Somewhat, barely just tap it. We're rejecting off of it. We're coming for some session draws potentially over here. Just missed a sweep on that. Low resistance resting up around here. I'm going to mark back up on this 30 minute just because I think it's important area of price throughout this trade. 15 minute. No 15-minute gap that we're disrespecting, but we did sweep out 15-minute session, 15-minute draws on liquidity. Wow. What time did news come out? 8:30. I mean, just right off the jump. 9:35, that might have been news. We come back into the 30. Wow. Sweep. Coming to this 30, it's looking like we might want to respect it. If we keep pushing lower. interesting to see what we want to do from this 30-minute. All right, we're going to pause on that. So I thought this 30-minute session low. I believe we just put in a 1 hour high, or no? No. But we are looking bearish as shit. But in this 30-minute gets respected. Don't think we'll want to continue to that range. I'm thinking potentially, most likely. Now, yes, we have low resistance resting up here. The 30-minute and the 50-minute. High, high, failure, swing high, failure, swing high, failure, swing high. This high didn't manipulate. I'm thinking we might want to look for a dump off. But into what is my question. I think we want to go lower for this area price. Coming to this 5-minute. It's kind of generating buy side low resistance right now. This might just be a no trade day. Yeah. This point 1035. This candle would take forever to give the inverse. We now have no 15-minute gap. We have this 5-minute gap that we're coming inside of. If we reject off of this, or inverse it, go for these highs, and then what would that be? I mean, somewhat low resistance up around here, at least on the 15-minute. What did it just want to go and manipulate into is my question. This would be a no trade day for me. Just manipulated into what, a 5-minute, and then, like, what are we talking about? There's no clean 5-minute for it to manipulate into here. And I'm assuming it wants to go lower. Or are we just ranging? We do go higher for, what do you know, the low resistance and that buy side liquidity. Right, we can stop it up there because the low resistance at least got hit. But what are we getting here somewhat? I mean, after we ripped lower and we got good manipulation here, that's really good to see. We're looking for an inversion. Oh, I guess. Yo, was I just stuck looking on the 5-minute or what? Because, I mean, what would this be? Respect the 30-minute. I mean, you're going against trend if we didn't sweep any other significant draw on liquidity. No high time frame for value gap. Right in between here. Just swept out 15-minute lows, and then we have a 30-minute gap that's already been tapped into up here, right? So maybe you want to go for that high. I'm looking, and we get like a 5-minute sweep, resweep of this, and then a 4-minute inversion you could have taken. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that works. I did not take that though. But that's something to note. That's maybe a potential trade with that. I don't think I would have gotten that. Oh wow, that trade would have ran. That trade would have ran, bro. Oh, I kind of wish I kept that up on the chart now. Okay. So we can go to the 4-hour. As we swept out all these buy sides on liquidity now. And now we have come into this 4-hour, right? Oh my Jesus, they ripped. We came back into this 4-hour. At this point, I'm getting fucking rid of it. Because that's not what I'm really worried about now. Now we have some different points of interest in price. One of them being this 4-hour gap that gets respected and continues to push us higher into this 1-hour gap. We have 4-hour sell side liquidity resting right here. Could say this could be protected. Potentially this 2-hour gets inverse. So we're just clearly looking bullish right now. Yeah, we have this 1-hour up here, and there's a 2-hour resting up here as well. We're coming into just missing that 4-hour. Maybe ES tapped it. But we have just look a little bit lower. We do have 2 hour sell side resting here. And 2 hour sell side resting here. Do we come back down here today? I don't think on this day, no. I don't. And what's the news for the day? Non-farm payroll? Fuck. Well, let's just see how it looks. I don't think we want to come all the way back down for here today. What time did non-farm payroll come out? 8:30, 8:30, okay. All this resting right here is, you could say, low resistance, but we do have this low, which you could say is protected because it came in, filled into this 4 hour, and pushed us higher. So you could say that's protected, but we did just sweep out all this buy-side liquidity resting up here, and we just missed the tap on that. We can look on the 1 hour. What was there on the 1 hour? Sell-side liquidity resting here. So 1 hour gap here that got tapped into, pushing us higher. Is our 1 hour gap to the left of us that we're rejecting off potentially? This high did not take out these highs. Maybe there was an SMT here. We're going to the 30-minute. Maybe we're going to balance equilibrium of this range. I mean, I don't know. We're going to go right into price action though. Let's do it. Oh, shit. Low key, I think we go higher coming into the day. Depending on how this 15-minute gap wants to play. Or we might just want to go and sweep out those, but I'm going to play off this 15-minute. Oh, fuck. Let's just try this out. On the 5-minute, you could say some low resistance resting beneath us right around this area, right here. I don't think we'll want to go for that. I think we're going to come into this 15-minute after sweeping out that buy side liquidity and come back into this 4 hour. I think we just hit CE. We've hit equilibrium of this, and I do like the low resistance here. Yeah, I'm taking this respectfully. I believe it's pretty early coming into the day on this trade, and obviously any trade can be a loser, so can't really do anything about that. Actually looking quite good. Came down in my stop loss a little. We've taken out a lot of these. At this point I will go break even, just because it is NFP as well. Bang. Bang! What the fuck are you talking about? That's bread and butter. Do you want to come back into that 4 hour? You know what's crazy? I know about this trade, and what I understood with that was I was watching PB's old boot camp they did with those like IRL boot camp with those 3 traders, and they actually I was looking at like just some of the homework they had them doing, and an example was a trade like this. When we're super overextended, you'll think market will want to rebalance. Usually, will want to rebalance to come back in equilibrium, go higher. And that was one of those trades where it's kind of discretional with a continuation because there was no liquidity sweep. It was just internal to go to where? Up to external, most likely. Or not. Kind of just chop now. Ideally, though, all up into here. But the main reason I took that trade as well with that, like it coming in the 15-minute, and then closing inside of it, but then boom, big boobs stick up because we get a clean 4-minute inversion as well, I believe, or was it 5-minute? Oh fuck, I'm fucking this shit up. I believe I entered in right here. I think it was a clean 3-minute inversion, which I'll always take, and then we just had low resistance on the 5-minute. Not really low resistance here. We were manipulating into the 15-minute. Just bang. And we got an inversion on that 1 hour, so Alright, we're going to jump to the next day, which I believe will be the Monday. Alright, nice. We can go to the 4 hour and get rid of this. It never did tap that 4 hour. So my draw on liquidity wasn't correct with that, with it wanting to come back into that. We just need a small piece of the buy. There's times where that will go up and hit that. This 1 hour gets inversed, right? Yeah, that 1 hour got inversed. So we're not reacting off of that. We're actually going to go off of this. The 4 hour doesn't get tapped. The ES had to have tapped it or something. We do have 4 hour buy side liquidity resting up here now. And get rid of this. We have 4 hour buy side liquidity resting right up here as well. So 2 4 hour buy side liquidities. 4 hour gap worth noticing potentially is this one, which really looks like we could get a clean inversion on, depending on the 9 a.m. close. Is there news today? This would be a no news Monday, I believe. No news Monday, so we're going to be questioning some of this. We have this 4 hour gap right here that was also, I moved it a little, that was also already filled. Can't speak. We have a 2 hour gap up here. Two-hour gap. And 2 hour buy side liquidity actually resting right up here, which I believe, ooh, this could be interesting with this 1 hour buy side as well. Yeah, let's play around with it. 30 minute. We're going to let the 30 minute open up. We're going to wait for a sweep of liquidity and a tap into this 4 hour, which has already been filled. We're going to let this move a little more. Sweep all that out. We're pushing lower. We're pushing into a 30 minute. We are pushing into a 30 minute gap here. We have a 30 minute gap down here we might be coming into. What about a 15 minute? Is there a 15 minute inside of here that's been unfilled? No. Really looking at that 30 minute. Now, we have dumped off. This 4 hours most likely inverse this 4 hour. It's looking like most likely going to get inversed. 30 minute, we're going to see how this 30 minute candle wants to close. We're coming down into this 30 minute now. We came into this 30 minute looking like we might want to respect it. We now do have 15 minute gap up here that got respected. We might want to come into equilibrium here. I don't like just taking longs right here, respectfully, because what do we got to the left of us? Just draws right here, but that 15 minute we're respecting, or no, that 30 minute we're respecting. What time is it in this trade? 9:55. We're going to wait one more candle. So that 4 hour, we're bearish, in my opinion. I mean, if we do want to go higher, I think maybe we can get a move to go to a continuation to then go lower, right? Or a move to go target an imbalance while we're waiting. It wasn't loading for me there. Could get something really good here, though. Well, we inverse these 4 hours, right? And we swept out sell side. Now I'm honestly, like, I just think this is the drawn liquidity for this. The 30 minute imbalance, we close inside of it, and then we close respecting it. I think we could get a move up higher to come into this 15 minute. Maybe that's what we're wanting to do. which is reasonable to maybe go lower. I don't think we'll want to go completely higher, but maybe to then go lower. We'll wait on this 5 minute. We're kind of generating low resistance right now. 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, we're generating low resistance. You could be getting like a 5 minute break here. That'd actually be fine, but I'm looking for inversion. 1, 2, 3. Fuck, it won't let me enter. This could be a move. But the low resistance you're targeting wouldn't even be a 1-to-1. So I'm going to skip out on that, but I will watch to see if that plays, because I think it's going to go to that 15 minute. Oh, maybe not. We just manipulated. I still have, I mean, this manipulated the 5 minute high. I mean, that's a move potentially. I think we're just kind of creating bearish order flow. We're going counter trend. This is later in the day. This would have been a 10:35 entry. You could target that for 1-to-1. I'm thinking about missing out on this. Yeah, that's what I thought. We did just get the sweep. Now we have low resistance. This is a later trade though. Maybe wait for like a clean 3 minute inversion. Well, that took forever. Even the 5 minute took forever. You could take this and then target that low resistance resting above for that 1-to-1, and then this 15 minute, but this is later in the day, so I'm fading. It is a no news Monday. See if it even wants to play out. We're just looking for that 1-to-1. Not looking too good. Stop. There we go. So, what do we see from that though? We did come up. Maybe you just get a break even. This is later in the day though. This is an no-news Monday, which I normally don't trade. Just less volatile. On top of that, it's a late trade entry, and the inversion was terrible. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles to inverse, and it doesn't even think give the inverse until later, like an actual inverse. So it's just overall not a good trade. It would be a no trading day for me. Now we can go back to the next day, which we delivered lower and lower. So I did have that bias that was correct. It just wasn't the 15 minute. And like I said, it didn't have good momentum going to it. And we did dump off a lot lower. We just swept out so much sell side liquidity. I mean, oh my gosh. That is nutty. Alright, we can go to the 4 hour then. Yeah, we got a lot to get rid of on the charts. I'll pause this. I forgot to unpause. So, we have a lot to look at on this now. On the daily time frame, we're respecting the daily fair value gap, and we tapped into a 4 hour gap here. We have a 4 hour gap resting here and some imbalances here. But we just filled in this daily imbalance, and we tapped into this 4 hour imbalance resting right here, and swept out the sell side liquidity. All these we aren't really giving a damn about, because I'm more focused on recent price action. And if we're pushing lower, I'm focusing on the price action that's resting lower beneath us. We have 4 hour gaps resting all up here. We have some 1 hour highs resting above. We have 2 hour buy side liquidity resting right here and up here, which would be 1 hour. And we're more so focusing on this 1 hour gap that we're coming into right now. I'm going to get rid of this last thing, and yeah, we're going to let market play out. We have Jolt's job openings opening, and that will be at the 9 a.m. mark. So we're going to go to the 30 minute and let market play out a little bit. I would like it to see it manipulate a little bit higher. and we're ripping. All this low resistance just going to get taken out right now. It's nutty. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Probably look for a continuation of some sort coming up here. Nothing on the 15-minute, but on the 5-minute. Or just wait for sweep. 10:05 now. It's now 10:05. This 1 hour gets inverse. We're looking bullish now, especially with the daily tap. We tapped into this 4 hour. Maybe I missed my move, but there was no tap for continuation long. Otherwise, maybe you get in on a move down here, which is a little before market open. But now that I see we just tapped into that 4 hour, we have an unfilled 5-minute resting right here. I could be looking quite bearish here actually. Depending on this close. All I need is that 1-to-1 on the 3-minute. Let's look on the 5-minute. Low resistance resting above us. Not really. We did just sweep out this. And this is kind of counter trend, but I'm assuming we'll want to rebalance into this 5-minute or 15-minute, which is now resting here. Or at least coming to that 5-minute will be a break even. Is my bias coming into this? Reasons we might want to just go higher. I mean, this doesn't give if this gives a 5-minute inverse, I'm assuming we'll want to come down to here at least, and we'll be break even in here. Just looking for that 1-to-1, and I will mark up the 5-minute resting right here. That's also coming into the 15-minute, so we'll mark up the 5-minute. We can look at equilibrium. We are coming into equilibrium already. The 15-minute though. I mean, let's talk about 15-minute equilibrium. It's gonna have to come a little bit lower. If we get this clean 5-minute inversion, I mean, I'm in. And we have low resistance resting below her. That's a clean inversion. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm taking that. Wow. Oh. Not really worried. Alright, well now we're going break even because we did tap that 5-minute and that 15-minute. Just really wanting it to flood the face for that 1-to-1. Bang. And that's a 1-to-1. Right? Yeah, that's literally a 1-to-1. That's all we're targeting. And does this want to continue to flood the face into that 15-minute, or does it want to continue to go higher? And it wants to go higher. Good bias. WWW. And it runs for almost 1-to-2. And then it hit 15-minute, it hit that equilibrium. It's basically what we were targeting. Just a beautiful, overall beautiful trade. And if it does want to continue higher, actually, which I want to. What do you know? It does continue higher. Let's go deeper into that 4 hour. That's beautiful. Predicting the move before the continuation. I have a buddy who does that with SMTs. Like if we're pushing buy side and he thinks we're going to continue to go buy side, but he's expecting, hey, maybe we'll want to rebalance price in the equilibrium, right? And then go. He'll maybe get like an SMT or a small move, and then he'll get in towards at least targeting the imbalance in price. Yeah, we can jump to the next day. Oh, interesting. So we come into that 4 hour after inversing this one. We come to this 4 hour. We're rejecting off of it right off the bat. Pushes us down lower, which we'll look more at price in a second here. That could be, this would be 4 hours sell side. 2 hour wise. What's on the 1 hour? Is there 1 hour? Yeah, that's important. Nope. Get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. I'm more worried about this. So we swept liquidity coming into this 4 hour and tapped in that 4 hour, projected off of it. We now have buy side liquidity resting above us. Ooh, interesting. The 2 hour, nothing of significance. We have solid much low resistance, but we are reacting off this 4 hour. We're pushing lower. We have this 4 hour that's untapped here now. Maybe we want to get a boost off of this. We're going to go to 30 minute. Do we have news on the day, by the way? CPI. Fuck me. Maybe that's this big Drake candle down. We'll see how this wants to play out. Oh wow, it actually came into that 30 minute. Assuming you would want to fill deeper into it. But, I mean, what do we see right now? We tapped in this 4 hour. We're making lower lows. Lower highs. We tapped in this 30 minute. If we respect this, and we want to get a move lower, nothing of low resistance resting beneath us actually as of right now either. So I would probably skip out on something like this unless, like on the 2 minute, 1 minute. No, I'm going to wait. Or the 5 minute, wait for us to see how we want to react off of this. It's a good reason why we wait. Now we're pushing deeper into this 30 minute. 15 minute as well. We could look if we want to respect this. It's 950. Oh yeah. Making higher resistance up here. Now not every day needs to be trading days, so we're not going to force nothing. This 2 hour inversed. I don't like that, but we'll see how that wants to play out. Oh, it wants to play out. I need the 1-to-1, and that would have hit. Would it be us reacting off this 30 minute? We already respected this 4 hours, so that's going to be bearish bias coming today. Yeah, we have a lot of low resistance resting up here. But I mean, with this 30 minute being my condition, us respecting that, just look for the highest time frame inversion, which would have been, was there a 3 minute? 2 minute. Where it took on this 2 minute candle, it took 1, 2, 3. 3 candles the inverse. It's actually not a bad inversion. You target just down to this low resistance, I guess. Or maybe you want to target down lower for the drawn liquidity if we're really respecting that 30 minute. Bang. Butter. That is butter. Conditions, man. So maybe I should have taken that. That would have been huge. Holding to the drawn liquidity as well. But we have low resistance resting bias it, but that's why we also have a condition here. And we, coming into the day, respected this 4 hour bearish for value gap, meaning, hey, we're going to continue to go bearish order flow. We're leaving low resistance behind on the higher time frame. But then we also, like I said, with that 4 hour being respected, prices going to push lower, most likely, unless we get a reason for it not to, which we don't. At this point, we're coming into the market open, we don't, except we come into the 30 minute. If we inverse this, I'm sure we go for all of these, right? But it's the fact that we respected it, and we get an inversion. We're getting confirmation of bearish order flow on top of the 30 minute. And the lower time frame is going to tell us the execution, and the 30 minute is going to tell us where we're going to go. 30 minute tells us how we're going to get there. Boom. Bread and butter. Which I did not take, and that would have been nice. That would have been like 4 wins, 1 loss so far coming in this month. Better than what the last month gave me. We're going to jump to the next day. I mean, what time was this? This was 10. I like how I'm just giving, oh, that's 10:40. Yeah, we'll just jump to the next day. All right, let's see what we end up getting. So we do end up coming lower. This actually tanked much, much lower. So that's always cool to see. This 4 hour up here gets inverse. We swept out that 4 hour sell side liquidity, which we already know about. We came into this 4 hour, we respected it, but we're going to get rid of that and focus more on this 2 hour. This 2 hour did not get inverse, and it actually tapped into this one. I want to get rid of this one and focus more on this one that we tapped into. We are pushing higher now. I'm assuming now, because of this big push, Or we have a daily imbalance. We do. We have a daily imbalance up here. I'm assuming we're going to be bullish now and want to come back up to here in this price range. Not in just like this one trade today, but over time. We do have a 4 hour gap resting up here and another 4 hour fair value gap up here. So this could be a little bit tricky. I'm assuming both are going to get inverse, but one could get for inverse, the other could get respected, and we might want to go lower before we go higher for that daily. But we have a lot of low resistance up here and then a bunch of imbalance price up here. I'm assuming that's where prices going to want to go and just rebalance. I mean, that's nuts on the daily. So that's where I'm looking at most likely coming into the day. We have sell side right here. I'm going to get rid of this right now. We know we are bouncing higher on the 2 hour. What do we have on the 2 hour? 2 hour gap here. Nothing there. 1 hour gap. I know we got a 1 hour fair value gap. It'd be nice to see us come down to this 1 hour that I'm marking up right now and actually respect it. I want to continue to go higher, but might be a lot to ask for, and then we can just wait on the 30-minute news for today. Nothing crazy. What time did that come out? 8:30. All right, already came out. Is that what it came out? Yeah, right around here. All right. Ooh. What do we see? We're coming to this 4 hour. Looking like we're going to inverse this one. We're going to keep waiting. Kind of slow and choppy right now. We're going to go to the 5-minute. No low resistance, I mean, really being generated, nothing crazy. I'm assuming we go. So that 4 hour gets inverse. We're looking bullish now. I think we're going for these draws, but we also could respect this 4 hour. So maybe we could look for a continuation of some sort. I'm going to get rid of that 4 hour, by the way. And this 1 hour gets. Wait, is that 1 hour still unfilled? Yeah, that's still unfilled, but we're going to get rid of this 4 hour. And look for something potentially like a retrace. Which you have nothing really on the 50-minute. Do we want to come any lower? At this point it's 10:30. No, I think this would just be a no trade day for me. Yeah, this would be a no trade day. Literally just pushed up into this 4 hour. And then basically kind of just consolidated higher. This retrace would have been happening at market open. So yeah, just nothing burger for me. Okay, yeah, we can jump to that next day now. We're pushing higher. Notice we came back down into that 1 hour now to then go and continue higher. That's cool to see. Now that would be, I would say, considered a protected low. We do make some other, okay. Other sell side draws on liquidity. Creating high resistance, right? A lot of low resistance resting right here, but we do have low resistance up here. We go to the 4 hour. Nothing for 4 hour gaps. We are looking bullish. Like I said, we have that daily resting above. Overall, I'm bullish on here. Unless it's for like a short continuation to go long. We do have a 2 hour gap right here, which is completely unmitigated. Which could be a nice target to like maybe want to go and tap into to go long. Nothing else I'm really seeing on the 1 hour gap, which is right here. And we go to the 30-minute now. Actually, buy side liquidity. We go to the 30-minute. Do we have news on this day? Retail sales. Kind of just chopping around. We have 30-minute gap right here. Ooh, we just inverses 30-minute. I'm looking for a potential pullback now, which I see nothing of the sort. I'm seeing nothing right now, except this is the drawn liquidity, and but maybe up here I need a pullback into something. Some good manipulation lower. Or we just want to go and take it out. Yeah, it'd be a no fucking trade day again. Just kind of chop since market open and then go higher. Create a bunch of low resistance here now though. And then getting closer to coming into that daily. We'll just go to the 1 hour and jump to the next day and see what price wanted to do. Wow, it came all the way up into that daily. We're going to reject hard as fuck in my opinion. So that's all this buy side liquidity as well. So that's nice to see. Sweep of all that buy side. We got buy side right here. We now have new 4 hour buy side right up here. I don't think people want to return to because that just manipulated into this 4 hour. Completely filled it. We're rejecting off of this daily, remember. We're just resting in between here. We're coming inside of a 2 hour gap. We have 2 hour sell side resting right here as well. This 2 hour gap's going to be able to tell me a lot. If we inverse this, I'm knowing we're going to want to really reject off that daily fair value gap, push lower now for this sell side potentially. And if we respect it, we might want to come a little bit higher. And we're going to find out. Buy side liquidity right here. We go to the 1 hour. How's the 1 hour looking for me? Nothing too not crazy. No really big gaps. 30-minute. We have a 30-minute gap right down here that we haven't come into yet. We're going to let price open up. Is this a crazy calendar day? Nope, not in my time zone. You know what I'm saying is some rejection on this 30-minute inside this 2 hour. Could be a sign we might want to go higher a little. We have low resistance. We've kind of generated all up on this 15-minute. If this 2 hour wants to get respected, that'll be interesting. Wow, that is a nutty inversion. You would literally just target the accumulation zone highs. I don't like that risk to reward. I fucking hate that risk to reward. Maybe put your stops a little bit tighter. Just hit a 1-to-1. I don't like that risk to reward. I mean, it's a great 2-minute inversion. Takes 1-2 candles to close with great displacement. We'd have a lot of accumulation. If truly this 30-minute wants to get respected in that 2 hour, I mean, I do like this. It's 5 minutes in the market open. Never mind. We can watch this play out though. Or not. Yeah, that's why you also don't take fucking market open trades most of the time. This is looking bearish. Look maybe for like a 5-minute pullback. 9.55, yeah, we can get a 5-minute pullback here. We have a 5-minute gap here now. We're gonna pull back inside of this. At this point too, the 2 hour. Damn, it didn't inverse it. It didn't inverse it. Oh shit. And we have low resistance. Up here. Up here. You have this low down here. We did respect this 30-minute with the candle close. If we got an inversion here, like I said, we're reacting off the daily though. I want to look at the higher time frame before I take this. This would be a 5-minute high. This would have manipulated lower, and we're respecting that. We're rejecting out this 4 hour though, so we might want to just continue lower. The 2 hour, we're closing inside of, in that 30-minute, we just respected. In the 15-minute, there's no 15-minute fair value gap, which would give this a little more confluence. Would this be considered high resistance or low resistance? Let's even look on the lower time frame. Some low resistance here. Is there a point where we could go break even? No, not that I'm seeing. I do like this though. I mean, maybe it can rebalance equilibrium, but I'm pretty sure they already happened, unless we can go like, yeah, it's just, it feels kind of counter trend, but that is a 5-minute inversion. I don't like the fact that this isn't really low resistance, and we still have low resistance here. I mean, we're targeting high resistance, it seems like. On the 15-minute, it's like failures. Oh, this is very questionable. If this is a clean 5-minute inverse, it's looking like it's going to be clean. We have a 5-minute gap up here though, which we could reject off of. Oh, that's going to be a terrible entry. Questionable. 10-20. I feel like this would be high resistance. This is not low resistance here. We're generating low resistance. I want to fade this. I'm going to fade this. It's a known as Monday too. Not chopping. Okay, we faded that. Would have avoided a loss. We go to the next day. Oh, we did rip higher. All we need is one of those sell side liquidity sweeps. So we can get off this, we can get off this, because the 2 hour ended up getting inverse. Just get rid of this. We went up for all this low resistance now. Now I'm expecting us to probably go higher. I mean lower. I mean, we came back into that daily. We just reset up daily highs too. I have a feeling we're going to go lower. We have a 4 hour gap. Well, we can keep that for now. We have a 4 hour gap right here that could be considered our condition with how far we want to go. Maybe we can add some more of condition into that. We have another 4 hour gap right here. So we have another 4 hour gap right there. We have a new 4 hour sell side down here. Get rid of this because that's what pushed us higher. So we saw sell side liquidity, pushed us higher. We came back up. On the 2 hour, we set the 2 hour sell side. We have a sell side liquidity here right now. which are really close to tapping. We have 2-hour sell side resting above. This is nice to see. We have a 2-hour gap right here. The guy already tapped into. Maybe that's a 1-hour low right here. Yeah, it's 1-hour sell side. You could consider this protected. Gap right here. You could consider this protected. Or we just swept daily highs as well. We'll let market open up. Well, what do we have for news? Alright, that's at 8:30. That already happened. So as of now, we're coming into this 30-minute and this 1-hour gap, which hasn't been tapped into yet. I would consider this protected. Looking like this 4 hours go to inverse. We'll see what this 4-hour and this 1-hour. We'll go to the 15-minute and let this play out. Coming into a 15-minute gap here. Oh yeah. And low resistance resting above. That is a terrible fucking entry, bro. Holy rip. Jeez, dude. Well, I like this because we're respecting that. It looks like we're going to respect this 30-minute, this 4-hour, this 1-hour. We do have low resistance resting here on the 5-minute, but we just manipulated. And we're getting a great 3-minute inversion. It's just, if it would have closed, this might have been the inversion. This would have been great. That would have been great. If it can come back down to that, I'll get in. Wow, that is a crazy rejection. Now, this could be counter trend because we just swept out those daily highs, remember? And then truly, this candle doesn't close for, I think I want to wait. Because this thing is, the 15-minute, yeah, it looks like it's going to get respected, but we still have time for that candle to close. And same with the 30-minute. Same with the 4-hour. Like, and that inversion was very nice. Even on the 2-minute, 1-minute, 2 candles close, crazy displacement. I do like this in a way because we also, like I said, have low resistance resting above. Is there equilibrium? Like I said, we have time for that 15-minute candle to fucking form. I kind of want to order execute this. I'm afraid to right now. Why? Market order. Where's 1%? Execute buy order. It's only one way to find out. Holy fuck, what are we oh fuck, what did I just do? You wanna know why this might not work out? We're reacting off a 5-minute. I'm gonna close this out. I want to because we're reacting off this 5-minute. I'm assuming, what's that going to lead to? Something happening with these, or at least a fake out. We're going to close this out. Close full position. Yeah, that was a smart close. I didn't realize you were reacting off a 5-minute. So that kind of sucks that we had to take that loss, but now we actually can go into and wait. I actually would love this to go higher. Now it's looking like all this is going to get respected. We have time for that. would be a later entry. Because I would have wanted this like 1 minute inversion. Do we reject enough any for value gap? No. We have so much low resistance. If we're really going to respect all of these, I do like this trade. This I will do 1%. Once we hit this, I'll go break even. Yeah, we're break even now. Sucks because we just fucking got a loser now, which affects my shit. It's fucking stupid. Wasn't a full loss though. At this point, this would be a 1 to 1.6. What does it run for? Bang. That's what we would have wanted. See up here, like when I was wanting to get in here, we were respecting the 5 minute. We probably should have waited after we respected the 5 minute. I didn't realize that, and in hindsight, I did close out. I kind of want to just eliminate that loss, because we ended up hitting a banger off that. So we like to fucking see. And how far does that run? Does it run for the rest of the low resistance? See how sauce low resistance is in your trading? It's absolutely incredible. Sucks we had to take that loss though. Fuck. There we go. The next New York Open, we're ripping lower. Much lower. Holy shit. I only got a lot of shit to get rid of. I'll go do that. I thought I paused this. Holy shit. So what do you see coming into this? I was just mad quiet. Oh, okay. So I can't tell what I was marking up. We've been pushing higher now after coming to this 1 hour, completely filling it. We've pushed higher and higher. On the daily time frame, there's no imbalance to go and get. But it's looking like, hey, we're probably going to fucking push higher. At least in this 4 hour, this 1 hour, or maybe up to these draws on liquidity, which we have resting above. We don't have as much resting below as we do all of these draws that are right next to each other. So that's what I'm looking at coming into the day. No news docket potentially. Nope, we do have news at 8:30. It already came out, so now we're going to let market go. Just ripping higher. Really overbalanced. Overextended, I mean. We're actually pushing higher. It looks like we're going to inverse this 1 hour and this 4 hour. We are stripping out all these draws. We do have this unfilled 4 hour up here as well. Actually, what I would like to see, 940 now, I'd like to see actually a pullback to then continue to go higher, because there's no way I'm bearish on this day. Yeah, so just to get a look that 1 hour and 4 hour both got inversed here. Tells me what we're probably going for all the rest of these draws on liquidity. We did have swept buy side already. I want to see like a small pullback into like a 15-minute fair value gap. Maybe hit equilibrium. I could target that, but I'd rather not. I'd rather hit the continuation off of this on this day specifically. So we're gonna wait for a little bit of pullback maybe. Or just continue to go higher. Yeah, it just rips the rest of the day. Skip that. Jump to the next New York Open. Yeah, we just kind of ripped higher and consolidated. Now we're coming into a day of PMI. Oh boy. See what this wants to do. We're getting higher and higher. We did inverse that 4 hour, I believe. So we're going to go to here. We're coming into what? Coming into a 4 hour gap now. This one has been inversed. We swept out all this buy side. We're seeing it on the left of me. With this 1 hour right here. Got inversed. This 4 hour got inversed. We're clearly showing bullish order flow. As of right now, we can mark up our 4 hour gap. We're really overextended. I would like to see it pull back after tapping into this 4 hour potentially. Because we have 4 hour unmitigated gaps resting right below us. And 4 hour sell side liquidity resting right below us. Obviously we have some good draws resting above us. But that's not what I'm really focused on as of right now. I want all this liquidity that is resting in between this range. Because we also have a 2 hour gap which is resting right here, which I want to mark up as well. We have this 2 hour gap resting right beneath us, and same with this one over here. We have a 2 hour gap inside here that we're going to come up and fill, and we go to the 1 hour too. 1 hour gap resting up there. 1 hour sell side. I mean, I'm looking overall extremely. We're looking bullish, but if we can get some good reaction off of this 4 hour gap, we could come lower into all this imbalanced price. On the daily, is there a daily fair value gap now? No, but it's looking like there's got to be one. We're feeling more and more on this daily gap. And we're going to see coming into the day. We do have that news coming out. We have all this low resistance. I'm assuming news is going to take out all the low resistance. Oh my god, yeah. Manipulation. I could probably catch a move off of this. We have low resistance resting beneath us. Holy shit, would this be a good inversion too? Not a big stop loss, but you're just targeting down to here. Now, news comes out at 9:45, 10 a.m. By the time this would be playing out, it'd be too close to news, but just watch how this wants to play. Fucking butter. One fucking in 4 minutes that would have played. Damn. I mean, red folder news was coming out like 10 minutes after that trade would have happened, but I feel like that was just an obvious draw on liquidity. We were accumulating, kind of manipulating. It looks like on the higher time frame, we're just kind of consolidating. On the lower time frames, what are we doing? We're generating low resistance, sell side, and not only on the 5 minute, but this is also 1 hour draws, and we just manipulate into a key level, stop losses, high resistance. That thing would have banged. So now we can look for a move off of this, which is a nice part. To maybe go higher if you missed out on that. We just ripped lower and swept out all that stuff. Like, dude, that is fucking gorgeous. No 30-minute gaps I'm looking at right now. No 15-minute gaps I'm looking at right now. Fuck, that would have been great to have. I would look at this as high resistance. So maybe a pullback in this 5 minute to continue lower. We get a pullback into this 5 minute. Because, dude, I would consider this high resistance. I don't think we'll want to go back to that high. Especially. What time is this? This is 9:55. It's looking like this 4 hour is going to get respected. And we're probably going to come down into gaps right here. Holy fuck, I feel out of it. And this 2 hour and this 1 hour and the 4 hours resting beneath us. If we respect this 5 minute, which I also believe we just came into equilibrium. Bruh. I mean, basically not equilibrium yet. You want to see a pretty good inversion for value gap, but we're not getting nothing. I'd like to see it push a little bit higher. That's what I'm talking about. Now we've hit 5 in equilibrium. We came into a 5 minute gap. We do have, you could say, low resistance resting above here, but we also have a lot of low resistance here. And our stops up here is high resistance. At this point in this trade, it looks like we're to respect the 4 hour. So I'm looking for a high time frame inversion. I'd be looking for shorts. This 5 minute get inverse? It's looking like it might. Wow, I was completely wrong. That 5 minute gets inverse. So we're forget about that. Did we come into like a 50 minute? No. Well, that's interesting because you could take this 5 minute inversion, but what are we rejecting off of? Maybe there was an S&T. Now you're targeting these lows, but yeah, that would have hit. I mean, we could be looking for something now off of here because what are we coming into this 4 hour potentially? My drawn liquidity was correct to go lower. It's just didn't respect this 5 minute, and we weren't really reacting off anything. Now that we tapped into this, it's too late in the day to be looking for anything really at this point. Sweep it out. When we go higher and higher, at this point it's too late in the day to catch a trade. We'll jump to the next day. Come all the way in that 4 hour and 2 hour. Now we reject. We go higher. What's a 2 hour long video? Monday the 24th. We can exit and actually look at our data for this month. Probably not the greatest. No. And like, it should be break even right now. 60% win rate by trade variation. It's a good month, bad month, really bad month. This one, like I said, with that one loss, if we didn't, dude, we would be green. I'm sorry, did this catch everything? No, this didn't catch everything. No way. Yeah, there we go. We'd only have one loss if we didn't take that other one, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. But 1, 2, 3, 4 wins, 2 losses. If we get into month green, that'd be really nice. I mean, we're up $800 on this month. Average risk reward is 1 to 1. We'll see. If we can end this month positive, that'd be good. And then going into the next month, we'll see. But I'll pause this and I'll be right back. I think after this, I'm going to take like a break. My brain's feeling absolutely fried. But like maybe like just take a little Epsom salt bath. All right, what do we see now? We go to the 4 hour. Nice enough, we have 4 hour buy side liquidity resting above. Right up here in this 4 hour gap, which is mitigated. We just inverse this 4 hour, so we're looking bullish. We just respected this. We respected this. We completely filled those imbalances. We respected this, which is nice to see. So we're looking bullish, especially this 4 hour inversion. I'm assuming drawn liquidity is higher, but we can go into first markup sell side. Maybe get a pullback into this 2 hour imbalance. Bruh. Yeah, maybe we can get a pullback in this 2-hour imbalance. In the 1 hour, we do have sell side actually resting right around here. This is a juicy draw on liquidity. Yeah, we'll see. This 1 hour gap though, there's a 1 hour gap here that this came and filled into. Go to the 30-minute, and we can wait. Don't see any news on the day. Move this back up to here. No news on the day. We're gonna wait. Go to the 15-minute. Low resistance right here. Kind of assuming we do want to dump off lower after maybe manipulating higher. We just completely manipulate higher. We now have come into this gap, this 4 hour gap. Is there a 2 hour in here? Yep. 1 hour in here? Yep. 30-minute. Gotta be a 30-minute if it's a, yep. I want to see this, how it reacts to this. We're going to continue higher. I mean, we are inside this 4 hour gap now. I want to look to the left of me on this, like if there's a 15-minute. Just huge. It's overall really huge. Could look for like a rebalance in price. So low resistance? I'd say so. A rebalance in price, target in. See nothing I like so far. We just hit CE of that 4 hour. At this point, I mean, we might reject off of this now. We did just hit CE. I feel like we'll want to come back down and maybe into like equilibrium of the range, or this 15-minute at least. Just need to look for the highest time frame inversion if we really want to do that. Or we just continue to go higher and higher and not even get a pullback. 1028 at this point. I mean, shit, is this 30-minute getting inverse? It's looking like that 30-minute just got respected and now it's pushing higher. We do have a 30-minute up here. Nothing of anything. At this point, it's too late in the day for me to get into a trade. 10:45. We're going to just skip. I mean, we're so overextended. I'm assuming we get a big move down to at least rebalance. No, we just consolidate and go higher and higher. All right, well, we can get rid of this. Going to the 4 hour, we inverse that 4 hour. We came up into this 2 hour. This 2 hour gets inversed, I'm quite sure. Yep. Looking bullish. Very bullish still overall. Inversing that 4 hour as well, like I said. We have this 4 hour gap. Resting right there. Bruh. 4 hour gap resting right here. Get rid of this. We swept out that buy side liquidity. Swept out this buy side liquidity. Four-hour gap. Looks like we're respecting this potentially. We have buy side liquidity right here. On the 2 hour, we're doing quite literally the same. We have 1 hour or 2 hour buy side liquidity. All right, let's put that back. I think we could definitely come lower. Kind of relative equal lows resting here on the 1 hour. What do we have? We have buy side liquidity. side liquidity. We're going to go to 30 minute, we're going to wait for market to open up. Alright, with how this is looking, 9:55, it looks like this 4 hour is going to get inverse and we're going to get a sweep of liquidity, leading me to want to think we're wanting to go lower. No imbalances to stop us, just sell side liquidity. So I'd be probably wanting to look for a pullback. In 30 minute gaps, there is one right here. I'm probably wanting to look for a little bit of a pullback now. The 50 minute open up? No, we have 50 minute gap up there. Are we getting a 5 minute? No, we're kind of just consolidating now. We're consolidating. It is 10:25. We're gyrating. Low resistance, making high resistance. We're super close to this. I don't think we want to come back up in this 15 minute. We're not really rejecting off any 5 minutes, just literal chop here. We're not really getting an accumulation and manipulation like in any high time frame imbalance. But we're close to that low. This 4 hour has been inversed. 30 minute that was just sitting right here got inversed. We didn't sweep this out. Maybe ES. Is there a way I can look at ES chart? I don't think so. That I maybe should look into fucking adding, because I have a feeling that this could play. I mean, we have low resistance kind of up here as well. We're making higher resistance. We're leaving low resistance. We get a 1 minute clean inversion. It's 10:31. Well, actually, would this really even be considered clean? What time was this inversion on? 1 minute. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm skipping 5 candles inverse, even if it plays. I don't give a damn that it played. That took 5 candles inverse. But that's just a sign, an example of like accumulation working, manipulation and distribution. And you get stopped out immediately. So this would have just been the draw. The 1 hour. We can jump to the next day. Wednesday the 26th. And this would be no news Wednesday. Alright. We tapped on that 4 hour, we rejected off of it. Drawn liquidity was correct there, that's nice to see. We can go to the 4 hour now. We inverse this 4 hour, obviously. We respected this one. We just made new buy side liquidity most likely. On the 1 hour, yes, on the 1 hour we made new buy side liquidity. We have new sell side liquidity resting here, here, and here. We have all this new sell side liquidity. Any 1 hour gaps that are looking nice and touchable. This one speaks to mine. So we have this this one already got mitigated. On the 2 hour time frame, anything on the 2 hour time frame, 1 hour, 2 hour gap in the same place, this already got tapped into. We did just sweep buy side liquidity though. Daily, are we reacting off anything on the daily right now? Nope, just pushing deeper into this daily imbalance. We just filled in a daily imbalance here that I didn't even know we had. So even that short, that could have gone into that short bias as well, even though it took too many candles inverse. In the 4 hour, we're also, as of right now, coming into what? A 4 hour imbalance. Resting right here. If we inverse this, I'm sure we'll want to come lower again. But it might be too late to tell. I think we might just come in, inverse this 4 hour, come into this 1 hour and want to continue to go higher. We're going to sit on the 15 minute. What do we see in the 15 minute? Low resistance here. I'm assuming it's going to go for these relative equal lows. Came into this 15 minute. It's looking like it's going to respect it. Went for those relative equal lows, respected this 15 minute. See it tap into that 1 hour. Taps into that 1 hour. If we can respect this 1 hour and 2 hour, that'll be really solid. It's 950 at this point. Not really low resistance resting here on the 5 minute. What I really want to see is your 15 minute gap here as well. No. Nothing I'm liking so far. Although it could be giving an inversion. High. You know, I'm not liking anything I see right now. Wait for that 10 a.m. candle close. Close respecting that gap. That's perfect and completely filling it. I have a feeling now we might just want to rebalance, but this 30 minute already got filled. There's no 15 minute imbalances here. There's nothing really to target. Maybe expecting chop the rest of the day or just to take out this kind of chop range. I'll say no 15 minute gap as well to stop us from moving. 30 minute gap here. If that's, then that got continued to be respected. So we'd want to see like an inversion of some sort. Now we've generated some low resistance. It's 1016. This 1, 2, 3, 4 candles in inverse. Kind of a failure swing low here. Targeting a 1-to-1. No 5 minute gaps to stop us here. And is this really the move? 4 hour. 4 hour got inverse, but we respected that 1 hour. Might just want to push up, but there's no imbalances to target inside of here. You have all these draws still here, but this 15 minutes getting respected. I'm going to take this. I like that. And that did manipulate, but then we didn't get the stop loss here. But you're not targeting anything, like you're not targeting accumulation zone, highs or lows. I think I'm going to order and then just go break even quite quickly here and just watch how that plays out. Maybe I'm forcing something here. Break even. Well, I would have hit That's all we need. Bang. Does it continue to rise? It does. So it rises for the full take profit, which would have been a 1 to 2. So that's nice to see. We can go to the 1 hour. Jump to the next day. Didn't rise too much higher until it ended up falling off. It'd be nice if I didn't make some of the mistakes that I have been making. And like the 2 months, and the first month I did of the back testing, the second month I did of the back testing, like some of the mistakes that I made, even with like break evens, my win rate would be a lot better. But we gotta be sitting around. I mean, I'll calculate it after this, and then I'll calculate how many trades I've taken. But what do we see? We're coming into this 4 hour got completely inverse. Remember, this 1 hour got completely inverse. We came into this 4 hour, we swept out the sell side liquidity. I'm quite positive, maybe I'm wrong. We have buy side liquidity resting right up here on the 4 hour. On the 2 hour, we have a 2 hour gap that we actually just came inside of, which has already been here. See how we react off of this. On the 1 hour, there must have been news. 8:30. I mean, look at that crazy doji right there. Here, sell side resting right here. And potential sell side potentially resting right there. Nothing else to really look at right now. I think except just wait. I think we do go higher on this. 8:30, like I said, news already came out, and we're respecting this 4 hour gap after sweeping buy side. So when we inverse this 2 hour, and I'm assuming we're going for this buy side liquidity, it's just resting up here. So you're going to go a little in the market open, manipulate lower. I'd like to see some type of good manipulation. Inside of a 30-minute, 15-minute gap right there, we are inside of. We inverse it. Intriguing. Kind of generating somewhat low resistance. We have low resistance resting here. See if we could like generate some sell side. 10:15 now, so that 2 hour got completely filled, and now we're ripping higher. We respected this 5. Basically inverse is 5, and then we go higher and higher. So we're now trading up higher. 15-minute, we're coming inside of this 15-minute. See how this wants to react off of this. Looking like it might react pretty well off this 15-minute. Kind of did just a resweep as well. Are we generating low resistance now? We could begin to find an inversion there. We have some low resistance as well. Look for the highest time frame inversion. No, we're not getting an entry. This is going to continue higher. 15-minute, did it get inverse? Looking like it might. Sweep out that buy side liquidity. I mean, now at this point, if it's not too late in the day, you could be looking for maybe that move lower. Fuck, that would have been a terrible entry. Was there an entry beforehand? Would have taken too many candles to inverse. I think you could still like this. If the 15-minute get respected, it got inverse. But we did sweep out that drawn liquidity. We didn't tap into anything significant. It's just going off a liquidity sweep. A strong inversion, which is late in the day. Target down to this sell side, but all you need is a 1-to-1, which is basically to here. Just let's see how this plays. Oh, terrible stop loss placement. Assuming you get stopped. Or not. It's just not a good trade in general. Like I said, entry would have been like 10.55. Wow. There's no fucking way. I'm not holding a trade for that long. We just jump to the next day. Ooh, kind of consolidate. We're almost on to the last day of the month. We know that this 2 hour gets inversed. We can get rid of it. This 15 minutes gone. We already swept out the buy side, so now what do we have? We have new buy side liquidity resting right above here. We have sell side resting down here. More sell side resting right here. Overall, a lot of draws on liquidity resting around us currently. Mark up any imbalances on the daily. What do we got on the daily right now? Nothing of significance really that I'm noticing. Daily's not going to give us much confidence. We're in a range right now. We're consolidated, and this would be in May. 4 hours telling me nothing except we just swept out like 4 hour buy side liquidity. 2 hour, we're inside of a 2 hour gap. That's a condition that I don't mind if I do looking at. And then the 1 hour, we just inversed this 1 hour gap. We just respected this 1 hour gap. So this 2 hours is going to tell me a lot here. With that being put into place, I'm assuming we might end up going higher here. Because the 1 hour got inversed, right? Which would tell us, hey, maybe the 2 hour wants to inverse, but this 1 hour is getting respected. So we're going to go for buy side liquidity, which is resting above us. Go to 5 minute. We're going to let price do its thing. Coming into it. Oh, fuck, pause. Forgot I had that going too fast. 940. Well, we did go right to buy side, actually. But now are we reacting off anything, or do we want to continue higher? We're near all-time highs, I think. We're getting there. Any 1 hour gaps up here? Nothing I'm noticing. So we just swept a bunch of buys high. We respected all these. I'm going to let market play out a little bit more. Oh, it's a big move down. Are we coming into a 50-minute? We do have a 50-minute right here. No 5 minute we retraced into, so I'm seeing nothing so far. That's how this candle closes though. I'm bullish as fuck. Why? The 2 hour and the 1 hour both got respected now. I mean, completely filled. We hit CE of the 1 hour. We completely filled out this 2 hour. I just need to see a retracement, and then I can go longer towards buy side resting above us. We need to see a retracement. And it's looking like we're not really going to see that. So now we're getting closer into that 15-minute. That's huge. Tap into the 50-minute. If we respect this, I'm going to be going longs, most likely. We're coming down to this 5 minute as well. Holy rip. Swaying into this fucking huge gap. We have to be looking at this 5 minute. I mean, shit. I mean, could go long here. Stop loss could go down to here, and you could target up to here. Or this drawn liquidity. Clean 5 in an inversion, 1035. You know I want to take this. Why? Because that 15-minute got respected too, and all these. Yeah, I'm going buy side. Put an order, market order, 1%. Obviously, you can still always lose a trade. We're just targeting a 1-to-1. Go break even. Don't like that when it starts trending slowly and slowly. A little no news Friday action. I think I go break even up at these highs up here. Kind of just starting the accumulation zone. Yeah, I'm going to break even. Banner. Fucking banner, and that's why you set conditions, baby. You see what I'm saying with this, though? It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we can go into the next day. We sweep out that drawn liquidity and we immediately sell off. Now we're on to the 31st of May, which would be a Monday. And a no news Monday. So, hold on. So going over the data, I was just talking to ChatGPT. As of right now, my win rate, excluding the break-evens, is a 47.6% win rate, right around break-even, right? I'm right around break-even on this account, as you can tell. And when I say that, I mean, you can look at this. Had a good month, then took 5 straight losses. 3 of those 5 trades, my drawn liquidity was correct, just got stopped out, was down big. And then now we're back with 9 trades and we're up big. So we're right around break even. And obviously, and this is over 23 trades. Now, if we can continue the rest of this year and we can continue to compound, like I said, data sample of 100 plus trades, ooh, we can maybe improve that. So instead, you said most wins are 1-to-1. Some losses were good reads, just stopped out. At 48% win rate with a 1-to-1, you're basically near break even, which is normal and healthy in back testing. To be profitable long term, you need one of these things. You need one of these. Win rate above a 50% or slightly better than 1-to-1 RR, or fewer full losses, more break evens or partials. Given your May performance, 6 wins, 3 losses, 66% win rate in the month of May we've had, ta-da, your edge is clearly starting to show. Quick reality check. This is good news. You survived April drawdown, which happened here with all these losses. Most traders quit there. Your model worked again in May. Your liquidity reads were mostly correct. It's exactly how real edge develops over time. So that's what we're going in with. I mean, overall, a good month. Like I said, I believe one of these losses I messed up, but overall, we look at percentage days, 1% up 1%, then up 2%. Overall, a fucking great month. It's just, how do I look? If we look at percentage, we were up 2%, then we lost 5%, now we're up 4%. So if we didn't have this 5% loss, which happens, right? We took like 5 straight losses in a row. We would have come into this. And we took another loss, I believe, yeah. Right off the bat, then we went on a streaker. This was really nice. In this month in RR, total RR 1-to-1, average RR not even available. So 1-to-1's around the same right now. Keeping it around the same. Money, like I said, we can look at that. Win rate by hour, 8 a.m. 83%, 9 a.m. 31%. Win rate by day. It's all basically, we're basically break even, except on Tuesdays apparently. They can go into that. Yeah. So we're up to $657 on this trade after 23 trades. Ideally over time, like I said, we start off the bat a little hotter and we don't have this month of 5 straight losses, which happens, and then, you know, maybe we avoid a couple break evens. Like, this is a good month overall. If you look at percentage wise, like, to be up 4% on a month is fucking quite great. That's actually pretty solid, 4%. I'll take that. But But then we can go back in, we'll do one last day, which should be May 31st, I believe, and then we'll be going into the new month. Get rid of this. Yeah, May 31st. No news Monday. Assuming it's not going to be too much sauce going down. This 1 hour gets inverse. That's what we do know. It's 2 hours, not even something to worry about. We have 1 hour buy side liquidity resting up here. We have 1 hour buy side. 1 hour, yeah, 1 hour bullish or bearish rally gap. Jeez, I can't speak. And a high resting inside of there. We also have 1 hour buy side liquidity. We go into the 4 hour right now. That's where I really wanted to look. 4 hour buy side resting right there. The 2 hour, there is a 2 hour gap, which is I'm going to set as my condition. If we inverse that, I'm assuming we'll go higher for something. If we respect this, I'm assuming we're going for what? Draws and liquidity resting below her. It's 4 hour gap, which is resting beneath us. We have sell side also resting right here. In the 1 hour. Yeah, we'll go right into the 15 minute, 5 minute. We'll let price play out. Actually, if you look at it now, we respected that 2 hour. Probably going lower towards where? This draw on liquidity. Did we get like a 15 minute or a 5 minute pullback? Don't tell me you just lagged on me. Come on, bro. It's fine though. Get right back in pretty quick. Alright, we're looking for like a retracement now. We have some low resistance being built up here. We do have low resistance resting right there as well. All in this 5 minute. I'm honestly, this 5 minute I'd like to see come into. Be really nice, otherwise we're going to just flood the face. Is there a 15 minute gap now, or is it just kind of consolidated? Generating low resistance on the 15 minute. 5 minute, we're kind of creating high resistance here. There's no like 15 minute gap or nothing to come into. Kind of just going to have to see manipulation. It's getting late in the day. It's one of those days where it's a no trade day. So we're going to just go to the 1 hour, jump to, manipulate, and what do you know, we do go higher to take out that low resistance. And now we're going into June. So I'm going to get this uploaded, and I'm going to go and just like kind of refresh my brain, and then I'm going to come back and make another video, go over June's price action. But right off the bat, like I said, with 23 trades taken, as of right now, we have right around a break even. Some things to work on, some things to learn. This day too, I was just kind of trading. This month, I was trading mainly mechanically, which I don't like. And this is a month, like I said, coming into this day, we're going to trade with a little more PDI, which I pulled up earlier and at the beginning of this video. And you can see it worked out pretty well for us. Just being a little more discretional. But overall, yeah, I'll get this video uploaded.